All right, folks, let's dive into the complex and intense history of the war in Afghanistan. This conflict started in the wake of the tragic events of September 11th, 2001. On that fateful day, the world watched in horror as terrorists from Al-Qaeda, led by Osama bin Laden, carried out the deadliest attacks on American soil. In response, the US, supported by a coalition of international allies, launched Operation Enduring Freedom on October 7, 2001. The mission aimed to dismantle Al-Qaeda and remove the Taliban from power, as they had provided a safe haven for bin Laden and his operatives. The initial phase was swift and remarkably successful. By December 2001, the Taliban regime had collapsed, and Al-Qaeda's network in Afghanistan was severely disrupted. But the war was far from over. Over the years, the Taliban regrouped, launching a fierce insurgency against the new Afghan government and international forces. The US and its allies faced a daunting challenge of nation-building, attempting to stabilize a country with deep ethnic divisions, widespread corruption, and a thriving narcotics trade. One of the significant turning points came in 2009 when President Barack Obama ordered a surge of 30,000 additional troops to Afghanistan, hoping to break the stalemate and weaken the Taliban insurgency. This strategy had mixed results, leading to increased security in some areas, but also escalating violence in others. In 2011, a decade after the war began, US Navy SEALs finally located and killed Osama bin Laden in Pakistan. While this was a major victory, it did not mark the end of the conflict in Afghanistan. The Taliban continued to wage a relentless guerrilla war, and the Afghan government struggled to assert control. The war dragged on for another decade, with fluctuating levels of violence and periodic peace talks. In February 2020, the US signed a historic agreement with the Taliban, promising to withdraw all American troops in exchange for Taliban guarantees to prevent terrorism and engage in intra-Afghan dialogue. This agreement set the stage for the final chapter of the war. On August 30th, 2021, the last US troops left Afghanistan, marking the end of the longest war in American history. The Taliban swiftly took over the country, raising questions about the future of Afghanistan and the legacy of the war. So what does this all mean? The war in Afghanistan is a sobering reminder of the complexities and unintended consequences of military intervention. Despite the enormous sacrifices, the outcomes remain deeply contested and the future uncertain. Thanks for watching. If you found this video insightful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more deep dives into history. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring.